person who doesn't want it is doing it because
to try and keep the relationship alive.
So they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. They know what they're getting us into.
Think it's subconscious, or you think it's just because they're trying to just keep?
And then what happened? They ended up leaving with the other person. So they know they already knew that from the beginning.
See, a lot of people will never admit that.
Right, and that's the problem. And this is the problem in today's society. Instead of looking at what you did wrong, people spend too much time and all they know how to do is blame everyone else except for themselves.
Right.
I didn't get this because of this reason. Why? Why would you not know what the fuck you're doing? Like, there's a reason why you're doing it. You know you're getting stuff into. So if you hire someone who's not, they don't have the credentials to do the job, and you hire them because he's my friend, then you know you're getting stuff into a shitty fucking job. They're gonna do a shitty job. Same thing here. Why would you? Why would you? Because they want to keep the relationship going. They want to try and make the person feel good, and I want them to love me still. They know exactly what they're getting themselves into.
I don't know. I mean, not that I don't agree with you. I agree with you completely. But other people would argue that to death. But again,
right? That's because instead of learning from it, they're gonna hide and be like, it's.
I feel.
Yeah, I feel like it's not my fault. It's their fault.
I feel.
Right? They don't learn from it, and.
So what you're saying is no personal accountability.
Yeah,
that's
the problem today.
So it's not just in romance; it's also it's just in
anywhere,
everyday,
anywhere, right? Because again, it's a feeling, and instead of looking at it logically, you go with the feeling. I feel like I was betrayed. I feel like I was tricked. I feel like I wasn't given the job because I am this or that. Like, no. Instead of looking at why didn't I get it? Why did this happen? Why did this fail? No. I feel like I deserve that. I feel like I didn't deserve this. I feel like this. No. No one deserves shit. You earn it. You work for it.
I see that a lot, especially in the YouTube community, where I'm not presuming that I'm going to make my channel blow up. However, I will work to make that channel blow up. Okay? But I'm willing to put in the work. A lot of people, when they start a YouTube career and they start putting out content, and it doesn't go anywhere. Hang on. It does
career.
Huh?
You don't start a career on YouTube because to have a career, you need to have a real job or a job.
Hang on. The channels don't grow because they don't do what they need to do in order to actually make it happen. And then they give up.
For the most part.
Yeah. And then they give up. And then they don't learn from anything. And then it becomes, this didn't work because of that. And it's just like, no, well, what didn't you do? You know what I mean? So at what point do you take your own personal accountability?
Right. And sometimes, like I said, for the most part, that is what's going on. But sometimes people are doing, they are following whatever. It doesn't work. So then, why isn't it working? Well, is it like content now? Like, is it am I not entertained? Like, again, there's always a reason why.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, like in this case, right? Like, yeah, you can follow the algorithm, do like the same whatever's trending, but if it
doesn't work for you,
but you have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just
Absolutely.
Instead of blaming this, that, like, no, I did this, it was the way it's supposed. Okay, well, someone who's better than you is getting the views because. But why? Why are they better than you? That's the thing that people need to start figuring out. Like,
and that requires study.
Study, and really, it all starts with you being able, and come to terms with it's okay to admit and say that you fucked up, that you were wrong, that you made a mistake.
So how does all that apply to polyamory?
In the case of
a failed relationship,
of the example you brought up,
the failed one,
that person knew what they were getting themselves into. They weren't interested, more than likely, in this, but they did it. Why? Because they more than likely wanted to keep the relationship going. And then what happened? Exactly what they probably thought was going to happen from the beginning.
Oh yeah, I mean, That's the thing, right? And what about in the cases where it worked?
Well, then, in the case that it worked, there is... Hold on, I have to tell him, shut the fuck up. In terms of, and I'm happy you asked, like, what in the case of where it works? Or in the case where it works, everyone knew what they were getting themselves into. Because no one came up to anyone randomly or eventually down the line saying, hey, you know what? I feel like I can love someone more than you. Or give your, what?
Give more
of my love to you for them. What? But like, no one, like, if they know they're doing that, then it's not a surprise to anyone. They know what they're getting themselves into. No one's gonna get into that relationship without not knowing that. Like, that's already a given. It's like anything. If I'm gonna go driving, well, we would assume that I have my driver's license. I know how to drive, right? You're not gonna say I'm gonna go drive if you don't know how to fucking drive. Yeah. Same thing here, right? You're not gonna say I'm gonna be in this relationship. No, if you're in that relationship, we would assume that you know what you're getting yourself into. So it's like that's not even like a topic for them because they know what they're doing. They're not just gonna start dating each other and then out of nowhere be like, hey, you know what? No, they know. Hey, you know what? We're gonna do this, and then let's go look for other people.
So the question for the community out there that might be listening or seeing this would be, would this be something that you would be able to do, right? Is this something that has even crossed your mind, has ever even come up? And what were your resolutions in terms of these situations? And you can leave that in the comment section below.
But most importantly, please say why. Don't just...
Yeah. Don't feel.
I feel. Tell me why you feel that way. Please.
Please. We will rip you to shreds.
No, well, like the one person who fucking writes down their feelings.
I feel that they're so mean.
Why? Because you're stupid. You don't know how to fucking explain. Not you, I'm sorry. Potential
not you,
viewer that you
potential YouTube viewer or Spotify listener. Hearer. Jesus Christ.
You can tell we're Spanish.
Oh, well.
Hispanic. We're not from Spain. We go to Spain. We love going to Spain. We don't like...
Barcelona. Barcelona is our favorite city.
I know. Like, that's... I'm sorry. That's stereotypical. Like...
All right. So, have we reached a resolution in this topic? Not resolution, but just... Have we gotten anywhere?
I don't think so. I think what we established so far is feelings are stupid.
That love is fucked up.
And parallelograms
might or might not work. Might or might not work. Holy shit.
I mean, it's only going to work if they know what they're doing. And probably won't work if one person's not into it. And then the other person probably wasn't into it either. And then just because they don't want to tell you that you suck, and then they just tell you suck by making you feel like you suck.
See, all that just sounds way too complicated for me. Holy shit.
That's
why even fucking bother? God damn.
Right? It's a political game. With feelings.
Feelings.
Fuck feelings, honestly. Like, it's funny. Do you love your kid? No, he's not even born yet. I don't know who the fuck this kid is.
Oh my God.
Why the fuck would I love it? No, and no, like, see, why is that funny?
Know, because apparently some people are able to love from...
How?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I don't fucking know that.
Okay. Yeah, I am asking the wrong person. You can't have kids, but...
No, I don't. I lack a uterus. Huh?
You can't have kids.
No, I can't. I lack a uterus. Not for lack of trying. Trust me.
Why would you even try? Because it's fucking hate you.
He's joking. He's joking. Jesus Christ.
It's just sad that this is the...
Like
we're enabling this dumbass behavior.
How dare you?
Keep trying. You can do it. It's 2022.
Like, fuck yeah. Fuck you. Because it's fun to try. Shit.
Okay, have you ever tried turning into a woman halfway?
Oh, no.
Well, that's the only way.
Nah, you can't. Even then you couldn't.
I know, Cars. That's the joke. Because
Like,
you change genders. You change gender when you get cum inside. You turn into a woman for like 2 seconds. You get cum inside of your uterus to get pregnant.
I can't. With
Right.
that. That's just gross. Like we're going into.
I know, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that I don't know. Obviously, I hate them. I don't know. Of course, I know what the fuck. I never not know unless it's someone I don't know doing shit. Then I don't know why they're doing it. I just hate when people say I don't know.
They don't know because they don't process, and they don't process because they never.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. I hate when people say I don't know when I ask them why they think or do something. I don't know. Well, then you're an idiot. Or you just go around doing shit because like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I said. They sit there and they don't actually process anything that they've actually ever done,
Right.
or why it's happening.
I can tell you why.
Yeah, you can, but they can't.
No, not why I do it. Why they're doing it. Because you're either doing it because feelings or because you're an idiot. There's no other reason.
There's a lot more to that.
If you don't know, if you say I don't know, then like
no. There's a lot more to it, but it's like the
it may be lack of communication
core,
skills.
The core comes from not actually reflecting and not actually taking the time to sit down and think.
Right. So it's
why this is happening.
It's an emotional thing, not
No,
logical.
Not necessarily. Okay, it just takes. It just sometimes it's just legitimately lack of education, and it doesn't mean that you're not educated as you've gone to school and shit. It's just you don't know how to do these things because you don't actually have never done them. You know what I mean? So,
See, I don't agree with that. Just because you don't need to do something to know how to do it.
But if they've never done it,
I've never done a lot of things. Doesn't mean I don't know how.
But you've investigated into it, no?
Sure.
Okay.
Researched
but that's
it.
what I'm saying. But they never.
Right. So then, why again? Like,
and then it's not
so
stem from lack of education because they don't know.
Right.
They don't have the information.
Right. So it's fine to say I don't know when you actually don't know. But if you do something or make a decision, or you think something, and I ask, why do you think that? And then the answer is I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, I agree with you.
Like that's like.
But what I'm saying is just like sometimes when it comes to breaking down your own emotional baggage, it actually does require you to actually sit down and think.
So then why even say you feel or think that if you don't know why? So if you don't even know why, then why say it? You know what I mean? Like
I hear what you're saying.
No, I hear what you're saying too, but that's what bothers me. Because I hear what you're saying. They gave me that answer. I was like, well, you're not answering anything. You're just telling me that you don't know why.
Mm-hmm. So it frustrates you.
It does.
Yeah.
Because, and then it goes down to, oh, you're trying to be right now. I just want to understand why you're stupid.
When you say it that way, you make yourself sound like you're fucking.
I don't say that. I don't say that to them.
Don't you know? I mean.
I don't say that to them unless like they start getting like all fucking argumentative, right? Because it's. I just want to have a discussion.
I want to know why you are an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, but I'm not. Again, I don't want to change your mind. Like the point is not to change your mind. Again, depending on the conversation, maybe. But I just want to understand. Really, for me, I just want to understand. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking make a difference to me, unless like my partner's trying to like drown my kid. Don't do that. Maybe.
Don't do that. Maybe.
Like, okay. Stop drowning for a second. Like, let him breathe. Okay. What did he do?
Yes, he was crying.
Okay, how much?
And why?
Yeah, why was he crying? Did you feed him? Like, was he full of shit? Then...
Holy shit. So, back to polyamory, because we seem to be
polygons.
Go from here to and then back.
Spain, tell you, man.
Is it?
No, I'm telling you, Spain's a fucking hell of a vacation.
Oh man, shit. We should go there more often. But anyways. So
I just bought my ticket this night.
I think what I'm taking away from all this is that's probably not for me. It won't work for me. Not for me, at least. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Oh, I said what you don't. What you don't like. No, I know it won't work for me.
The next scene is just like me sitting by myself.
Him fucking.
No, I'm just by myself. You're gone.
Off screen, he's stabbed me like 50 million times.
I don't know why I did it.
You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. Why don't you start?
So, to summarize what I got out of this, and really it wasn't what I got out of it, because it's not like my mind's changed or anything, but...
No, that wasn't the point.
Yeah. So, like... Well, I mean, the whole point was just what are our thoughts and opinions on...
That's legitimately
parallelograms, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it's one, why be in a relationship with multiple people, right? And I'm not saying that in a way where it's like aggressive. No, like why? Like
it's
truly, why is there the need or that feeling to need someone else? Because again, I break things down. Like, is this person that you're with not good enough? Like, what are you lacking in this relationship? Do you need to go find someone else? And I'm not saying that's always the case, right? Because again, if people, if they agree and know why, then sure. But
those are legitimate questions to ask.
Yeah, it just it's
as uncomfortable as it may be, though.
And based off of the conversation we had, it's so easy to just go off track on just talking about love, talking about feelings, because it's such a fragile thing. And again, it's very easy to feel a certain way and then throw all your education, all your logic, all your rational thoughts away to do something because you feel this way.
And that, for me, is a statement that I hate beyond any rational thought. Because it is the root of a lot of problems.
It is. I personally think it for the most part gets to the point where it's selfish.
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Basing it just off feelings, especially if you're just considering your feelings.
Yeah, not the
and if you consider the other person's feelings, then you wouldn't be. You're applying logic, so you wouldn't be doing probably a dumb decision. Yeah. Because you're actually applying logic. You're thinking about it from another person's or the person's that you care about's perspective. Yeah. So you're already thinking another way. So right, and then once you start doing that, you go down that rabbit hole. It's like, well, fuck.
So for me, what I got out of the conversation is that, well, it works if you're well aware of all these questions and you have answers to all these questions. And if all 3 or 5 or whoever are there together and are aware of all the same answers and stuff for themselves, then yes, it can work. But if some of these questions are not answered, and if you don't have the intestinal fortitude to actually ask these questions and then answer them, and then answer them truthfully. Then this is probably something that you should not be getting yourself involved in, and it's probably something that will break your relationship. And if that's the case, then you shouldn't even be in a relationship, because that relationship is unfortunately already broken.
Yeah, I mean, it's
fucked. But it's so interesting.
If you're doing it, it's because, like I said, like if you're gonna go drive, then the assumption is you can drive. You have the license, you have the right, you have to drive. If you're in this relationship, then we assume that you know all this. If you're in a position where someone is trying, I want to say make you, brings it up, and if you feel that person is trying to make me feel this way, or this is the only way I can keep this person,
then that's already
that's already a red flag.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that it can't work, but the chances are it's not gonna work, because you don't just get into something. Like, I'm not just gonna get into being gay because like, oh yeah, Shannon's like, oh yeah, fuck this guy in front of me.
Fuck this guy. Now you're gonna like dick.
But you know what I mean? It doesn't just happen. Like, first, like, why the fuck do you want to watch me? What the fuck?
He's joking. But anyway,
no, I'm not saying it's wrong, like bad to fuck a guy. But I'm saying, like, I'm not just gonna. They'll be like, hey, I'm gonna fuck this guy because my girlfriend said. You know, like,
hey, come here.
Like, it's just.
Give me
like,
some.
That's a red flag. Like, what the fuck?
Give me some of that panzerotto.
It's a red flag. Like, why do you want? What the fuck?
Just a disclaimer for all our viewers out there: we are not scientists. These are all just our opinions, and we're here to discuss what we think, and try to reach logical consensus according to our logic, which our logic is probably a lot different from yours. So please don't.
You're probably watching your partner fuck someone else. I'm joking.
So please don't get mad or send us hate mail.
You're getting fucked.
Kind of shit, because you know what? If you write stuff down in the commentary, we will tear you to shreds. If we care.
I wouldn't waste my time on stupid shit.
If we care. I mean, the reality is, I don't give a shit. But anyways. Okay. So, this has been another wonderful episode of Pendejos. With you don't know your fucking name.
I do, you dumb fuck. That was the point of the joke. Maria Alicia.
Oh shit.
Marco.
And Carlos. Thank you very much for tuning in. Huh?
What?
Fake acting? Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you here next time for another episode of Pendejos with Marco.
Week, you stupid fuck. Try again.
Thank you for joining us. And this has been another wonderful episode of Pendejos with
Marco
and Carlos. Join us next week as we delve into another subject that goes down
pendejada
that goes down a dark hole of pure shit. But that's why you're here, because you like it. Signing off. Bye, bitches.